viewers, the ecosystem is not telling you about something that is deeply dangerous. There's a full-blown assault on the constitution, and the Congress party is leading the charge. The party that claims to be the biggest savior of the constitution. Let me quickly break this down, expose this for what it is. Pure vote bank politics over the spirit of our constitution. Remember Rahul Gandhi's famous line, "Jitni abadi utna haq." That means rights as per population. Now you could say that the slogan "Jitni abadi utna haq" has a nice ring to it, sounds fancy. But think about it, viewers. Rahul Gandhi is pushing for rights based on population size. It opens the door to dividing India along lines that our founding fathers never wanted. Samvidhan talks about equality, not about handing out quotas based on head count. And then there is Revanth Reddy. Revanth Reddy, the senior Congress leader, Telangana Chief Minister, he is out there defending a 4% reservation quota just for Muslims. A quota based on religion. Revanth Reddy is linking rights directly to religion, saying it's needed for social justice. Viewers, our constitution is clear on this. Article 15 and 16 say no discrimination on grounds of religion. Reservations are for social and educational backwardness, not for religious groups as a whole. This is an assault on the secular fabric of the country. It's a 4% reservation but 100% appeasement. But where is this so-called secular ecosystem? Missing in action completely. Listen to Revanth Reddy and then we open this up.
जगह पे मुसलमानों के और 4% जो रिजर्वेशन हमने दिया, 4% रिजर्वेशन बचाने के लिए हम लोग मेहनत कर रहे हैं। मुसलमानों को जो जो जब जब जरूरत है सब कुछ कांग्रेस पार्टी ने दिया। इस देश को राष्ट्रपति मुसलमान को कांग्रेस पार्टी ने बनाया। 7 मुख्यमंत्रियों को इस देश में कांग्रेस पार्टी मुसलमानों को बनाया। मेरा कैबिनेट में शब्बीर भाई को मंत्री बनाने के लिए निजामाबाद अर्बन चुनाव में हम चुनाव लड़वाए। मैं कामारेड्डी, मेरे लिए शब्बीर भाई ने कुर्सी छोड़ा था कामारेड्डी असेंबली में।
Atikur Rahman, Advocate Umar Junaidi joining the panel. Atikur Rahman Saab, you are also part of that group that wants to save the constitution. I don't know from which party. But आप ये बताइए कि अभी संविधान को खतरा कहां से है? Does the constitution allow a religion-based reservation quota?
Economic and social backwardness of the Muslims. On that ground, they should get the reservations. The Bombay High Court had given it 20 years back. No government, either the Congress or the BJP or the Shiv Sena, ever thought of giving it. What was that? That's not violation of the Constitution. That's not violation of the order of the High Court, Bombay.
Sir, you did not understand my question, but I don't have the time or the patience to repeat it. Mr. Junaidi, what is your view on this 4% Muslim quota?
When you see the conditions of the Muslim, wherein Muslim are being tortured, Muslim are being not given the admission in the private schools, and the Muslims are not even given the houses on rent on the in the society dominated by one religion. So in that situation, wherein the Indian citizens belonging to Islam, the Muslims are not getting the security, the food, the education, in that situation, is it not the duty of the government to make them a nominal crease so that wherein they can stand and get their rights? So what's wrong in that?
No. So in Telangana, which is Congress-ruled state, you are saying Muslims are being tortured, and the Chief Minister needs an additional 4% Muslim quota to protect Muslims. Is this what you are saying about the Congress government, Umar Junaidi?
Pranesh, there is the demand for 12% of reservation. It is not about Telangana government ruled by Congress. It was ruled by KCR. At that time, it was the demand that 12% reservation will be given, and that was the promise made by KCR.
Nikhil, is this 4% Muslim quota right?
Pranesh, first of all, the 4% quota was also promised by Chandrababu Naidu from the TDP in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections about retaining the 4% Muslim quota, which has existed.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, 1 minute. Nikhil, 1 minute. Between Jitni Abadi Utna Haq and 4% quota, what do you endorse?
Sorry?
Between Rahul Gandhi's jitni abadi utna haq and Revant Reddy's 4% Muslim quota, what do you endorse?
This is broadly the same thing, that people
That's
from a
precisely my
community
point.
forming a significant portion of this population should have equal and commensurate rights, and affirmative action is necessary, which is why we have quotas.
No,
and
have
reservations for
affirmative
Dalits.
action, but why link it to religion? Shehzad?
First of all, INC now means not Indian National Congress, but I need caliphate. The kind of system they're planning in Telangana, it means even Azharuddin, who's most well-to-do, should get the reservation in the 4% quota. That is not what is in place in Andhra. In Andhra, backward classes get it, and it has been confirmed by the Supreme Court. You can give backward class of any religion reservation. It is already provided for. But to give exclusively in the name of religion is anti-constitutional, anti-Ambedkar, because Ambedkar and Indira Sani judgment said that. Point number two, in Karnataka, they have Muslim-only budget. Then they say that we want to give contract to Muslims only. Then they say that first right of resources belongs to Muslims. Then they say Congress means Muslims. And recently, let me show you just half an hour ago, Pranesh, this will be breaking news. The Congress has conceded that yes, we are going in for alliance with Jamaat. In Kerala, they are officially taking support of Jamaat, and Anand Ranganathan will take 30 seconds and tell you that Jamaat wants Islamic Republic in Kerala just recently. This is where they're going. They put vote bank interest above national interest.
Dr. Ranganathan?
No, first things first, very quickly, couple of points. Why should, it is embarrassing to state this. Why should anybody object if a Muslim becomes the Prime Minister of our country? It would have been a proud moment for me had Dr. Kalam become the Prime Minister. Anybody. Atikur Rahman Sahab, why? As long as the Prime Minister says that nobody would be discriminated in this country, as long as he removes the discriminations against Hindus in this country, as long as he treats all communities equal. Now, 30 seconds to tell you, Pranesh, how shamelessly the Congress placates its Muslim vote bank at the cost of the underprivileged. The Congress government, now what it's promising in Telangana, recently reinstated the 4% blanket reservation quota to Muslims in Karnataka, saying all Muslims can avail of this quota. To say that every Muslim of Karnataka, including billionaire, belongs to backward class and can now avail of reservations is just bizarre and makes a mockery of the real purpose of why we have reservation in the first place, to benefit the most underprivileged. I talk here of the Rohini Commission that found 97% of the reserved jobs and seats go to only 25% of OBC subcaste. And only 10 OBC communities have taken 25% of reserved central jobs and institute seats. 37% of communities under OBC category had zero representation in jobs. We also need a put to end to this appeasement done by politicians. So will Congress answer? Who does it stand for? OBCs, backward classes, or the Muslims? Decide.
Vivek Srivastava ji?
I welcome the stand of Dr. Ranganathan that a Muslim can become the Prime Minister of this country provided he follows the constitution, he's secular and takes care of all and takes the nation as a one entity. I welcome that stand. Number two, you see the Muslims have to be also seen as a very backward community who need welfare means. Although in Islam and Quran there is no mention of casteism as such,
okay,
but in the Muslim society casteism is being followed.
Okay,
and
if
most
you,
of the
no,
Muslim...
Doctor, 1 minute. Vivek Srivastava ji, if you believe that Muslims should be seen as a backward community, who do you hold responsible for that?
Yeah. See, what is the origin? Who are the Muslims
अभी
of this
बताइए
nation?
सी
90%
मैंने बोला था अगर मैं आपको A to Z बोलने बोलूं तो आप सी पे रुक जाएंगे. आप सी पे रुक गए. सवाल का जवाब दीजिए ना सर. Who do you hold responsible for the condition of or the plight of Muslim community?
convert हुआ वो मुसलमान है.
जवाब ही नहीं दे रहे विवेक सर आप.
No. Who's a Muslim? A Muslim is a Dalit. नहीं, आप सुनिए ना, आप सुनना नहीं चाहते हैं सर, आप अपनी थोप रहे हैं. मुसलमान है कौन? 90% इसमें से अफगान या तुर्क या ईरानी नहीं है. 90% इसमें से हिंदू दलित हैं जो कन्वर्ट हुए क्योंकि उनको जस्टिस नहीं मिला. उन्होंने धर्म बदला, दे गॉट फ्रीडम, लेकिन इकोनॉमिक फ्रीडम नहीं मिली. सो दे नीड वेलफेयर मींस.
ये तो आपने नया एक डिबेट शुरू कर दिया है. शहजाद
Vivek ji, recently Pinarayi Vijayan said, Vivek bhai, please, I beg your indulgence. Pinarayi Vijayan said that Congress is pandering to Jamaat and they have completely gone beyond radical elements. They are pandering to Jamaat. Do you agree with Pinarayi Vijayan?
See,
आप अगर कांग्रेस सिर्फ वोटों के लिए जमात को यूज करेगी तो हम उसके खिलाफ हैं।
नहीं तो
लेकिन
किसके
अगर
लिए यूज
जमात
कर रही है
जमात
सर?
को बैन भी करिए,
नहीं, किसके लिए यूज कर रही है? वो
anti-national
कांग्रेस
है,
रैली में
आप
जमात
को बैन करिए।
कांग्रेस रैली में व्हाट विल दे नो व्हाट विल जमात डू इन कांग्रेस रैली? बताइए आप। स्टेज बनाएंगे वो? क्या करेंगे वो?
माय क्वेश्चन इज वेरी, नहीं सर, अगर जमात के खिलाफ
डॉक्टर
क्या
रंगनाथन,
बीजेपी
10
ने
सेकेंड्स, उतना ही समय है।
Yes. No, look, ये देखिए, this is how he clouds the entire discussion. In fact, even within the OBC quota, because it is other backward class, not caste, Muslims are included. There are more than 60 classes of Muslims that are given OBC reservation. ये 4% is over and above that.
Vivek Srivastava knows it. He just got confused. He's redefined who's a Muslim. And I said that if I ask you to, say A to Z, आप C पे रुकेंगे, आपने वो proof कर दिया, देखिए C पे. And Nikhil, I don't know what people will make of what you said, but let's wait and watch. Viewers, thank you for joining us. The news hour with Navita Kumar on the other side.